Hi, I'm Greg, and this is my husband Jake. We're the creators of Poof the Game. Who wants to buy a game without knowing what it's all about? In this video, we'll teach you all the things you need to know to get started playing. But that being said, don't forget to read the instructions once you get your copy.
The goal of the game is to get rid of all your cards and score the lowest number of total points at the end of 7 rounds.
To start, sort out the cards needed based on the number of players you're playing with. Then, shuffle all of them into a big pile in the center of the playing area. Each player then pulls out 19 cards without looking at them and lays 4 face down in front of them with 1 face up on top of each of those. The other 11 stay in your hand and can now be looked at. All 19 cards together are your hand. To determine who goes first, everyone draws one last card from the center of the table and flips it over. The highest card goes first, keeping in mind that poofs are the highest card in the deck. All of these cards can now be pushed to the side of the table and are the start of your discard pile. The first player can play any quantity of the same value cards they'd like. For example, 1 12 or 2 5s. Once again, don't forget that the cards in front of you are part of your hand too. If you play one of the face-up cards, you may now flip the card below. This cannot be played until your next turn. Moving clockwise, the next player can play any quantity of cards so long as they are equal to or lower in value than the previous cards played. Play continues until someone runs out of cards in their hand or until someone can no longer play a card that is equal to or lower than the person before them. If that happens, the player who cannot play has to collect all of the cards in the center of the playing area. Sounds easy enough, right? But here comes the twist, the magic of the poof.
There are 2 ways to poof. Poofing moves all the cards from the center of the playing area to the discard pile.
The first way to poof is the obvious one, the poof card. Look how shiny it is. Poof cards can only be played one at a time and must be played on top of another card. Once played, all cards in the center of the playing area are moved to the discard pile. The other way to poof is by playing the 4th or more of a kind. So if there are 2 5s in the center of the table, and I have 2 more 5s, that makes 4 and clears the table.
After poofing, that same person starts a new pile.
Also, don't forget that if you have to pick up the cards in the center of the playing area, that's your whole turn. The play keeps going until someone runs out of the cards in their hand. As soon as that happens, that's the end of the round and you add up the total of the cards left. Just be wary, poof cards are worth 50 points. You play 7 rounds and the lowest score wins.